This video is only one part of an in-depth review, so check out the rest at thegoodride.com. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to The Good Ride. My name's Clint. I'm going to talk to you guys today about the Cardiff Powgoda. Definitely one of the favorites amongst the Good Ride folks here. Personally loved riding that board myself. We got it in some great conditions. I was able to ride the Powgoda Split in deeper snow. We had a good couple storm cycles come in while we had that. The boots I was riding were K2 Aspects, and at the time I believe we were rocking the Karakoram Primes on that particular setup. And just a quick summary on the board, definitely one of our favorites. It was a great do-it-all board. It kind of covered everything on our list, from stability on the down and variable terrain, floated incredibly well, turned well in the trees, and on the up, performed well on the skin track, deep snow. The kick turns were easy, side hilling was great, and the Cardiff bases, I think, were really one of the things that blew us away on how fast they were. A well-waxed Cardiff base, I would say, is definitely on par with any of the Jones bases. Getting into the construction, it was a directional cambered board, set back, big rocker nose. That thing did really well in the POW. We got some nice deep snow for the conditions when we were taking that out. Not quite as stiff as the Bonsai. We took that out. That one was a little stiffer. So this one was a little softer, more forgiving, easier to skid a turn. So a very forgiving split board in that sense too. On the up, definitely got to experience deeper snow on that skin track. Few variable conditions here and there, some higher winds up high, so we got to see some icier slopes for a bit. Edge side hill ability was really good. No problems kick turning at all with that split board. We were rocking actually G3 skins on that when I took it up. And even with those thicker G3 skins, I still felt plenty of good traction. Good spring from that split board, and it stayed in the skin track really well. On the way down, man, really took this thing through the ringer, you know, from anything from big open glades we got to take it on. We even got to take it in some trees and actually hit some nice pillow lines and some drops. And this thing blew me away with the speed and stability going into those drops. I was full frothing at the end of almost every run with this board, so definitely why I think it's one of our favorites here. The turning, the edge hold, the stability were all great. I actually personally like the Bonsai just a little more, just because I like a stiffer board, but if you're someone that wants a board that really can do it all from the uphill and the down, this is a great option for you. The Cardiff Powgoda Split really ticked every box for us.
I'm James Beastie. I'm a solid rider, but this is the Cardiff Powgoda Split. I primarily rode the solid, but this is my take on just a limited outing I've had. And I rode this with my Karakoram Prime Connect free range, my Burton Tourists. Got some pretty good conditions with this. I spent the big powder day on the Powgoda, but the day after, there was some wind buff and it just kind of smoothed everything out, and it was still about thigh-high powder in some places. So on the up for me, this tracks pretty well. It's pretty good for the up. That camber, you can feel a little bit in that back foot, and it does help you go uphill a little easier. Now for the down, one thing I noticed is I did feel a little bit of that wider board here with the Powgoda Split versus the regular Powgoda. This does have a little more float, just by a little bit, and I kind of like that little bit wider feel in the same size. But one thing I love about both these boards is when you lean into that back foot, you feel no rear leg burn, but it's just so fun to steer and turn off that back foot and powder. When I just tried to crank a turn, it just really reacted to it, and I had at first to dial it back because it just cranked so hard either way you go. It was kind of cool. And then once I got used to it, you really learn how to take advantage of that, and you can really snap and slash hard. And it reminded me a lot of surfing when I used to go try to hit the lip as hard as I could. It felt like that. It just had this nice snap to it, and you could feel that camber drive a little bit off the tail, and it was just fun. If I were to choose a split board, this is one of my top options. I would want to get this in carbon because I'm only going to go out when it's pretty good, and that would be great. But if you're kind of looking for a daily driver that can just kill it in powder, but can still go out when it's less than ideal conditions and have a good time, this is the one. All our reviews are a best effort, objective opinion from an average rider's perspective. There's no brand oversight, and we're free to say whatever we want. We send back everything unless it's a favorite, then we ask to keep those or straight up buy them. Now, if you need advice, fill out the eHarmony profile in the Contact Us section of the site. It's the only way I can help you properly. If you want to support us, and if what we reviewed appeals to you, it helps if you buy through our links. So, thanks for watching. That board just tickled my taint.
That's going to be the first part of this video.
Yeah, there we go.
Welcome to the Good Ride.